Being a female fucking sucks sometimes. Okay, so here's the thing. Sorry guys, but in this we get the really, really, really short end of the stick. We wake up with a different body, probably a different mind, every single day of the month. And so if you're someone who weighs yourself and you, I don't know, have been dieting hard for a week and then weigh yourself and you're like, fuck me, I've gained 2 kilos. How is this possible? A lot of it has to do with water retention as well. So what I'm going to tell you today is a primer on how to eat a little bit better and how to train a little bit smarter when you're having your cycle. This is for girls who are actually not on the pill. That's a different case a little bit because there are many different kinds of pills. So for the moment, let's just keep it simple. You're not on the pill. What the fuck do you do? And how do you stop gaining so much weight for 2 weeks of the month and you feel like shit and you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, oh, I'm working out, I'm eating really well and I feel like a fucking horse. Now, fuck that shit. Okay, so first you should know let's take a 28-day cycle, but for argument's sake, let's say the first half of your cycle, you are more sensitive to carbs. What is more sensitive to carbs? That means you tolerate them better. This is good. So this is actually the time when you want to have a little bit more sweet potato, when you want to have a little bit more rice, banana, integral bread, a little bit of pasta. This is the best time in your cycle if you're going to do this. The second half of your cycle, bad luck. That's when you're less tolerant to carbohydrates. So that means you're not going to tolerate it that well and you're going to hold on to more water. So the intelligent thing here to do is save more of your carbohydrates for the first 2 weeks of your cycle, and then the second 2 weeks of your cycle, why don't you, instead of chowing down on the bread, pasta, cakes, pastries, donuts, rice, paella, all this shit, why don't you emphasize more protein and more fat? For example, avocado, salmon, nuts, seeds are great. Olives are fantastic. That's going to help you keep you satiated. Side benefit, it's also going to help with your mood. Instead of doing this psychologically, especially the last 2 weeks before your period, why not be like this? Your friends will thank you. Your family will thank you. Your partner may not dump your sorry ass. This is good. This is what you want to do. So prioritize your proteins and prioritize your fats and prioritize your vegetables and your fruits, and then lower your carbohydrates. So what does that look like? Maybe you save your carbohydrates for the morning and lunch, and maybe after dinner, instead of having some rice or some pasta or some quinoa or some fucking sweet potato, you have more vegetables. And if you want some starch, have some pumpkin, have some turnip, have some beetroot. Those are really, really good forms of vegetables. That's going to help satiate you and watch your blood sugar and keep your blood sugar really stable. What can you do for training as well? So the first half of your cycle, the first 2 weeks, is actually a little bit better time to have more slower steady state cardio. You always want to lift weights. I'm biased. You always want to prioritize resistance training if having a better body is your goal, and it probably is. The second half of your cycle, that's the time to lift more weights. That's the time to maybe increase your volume. What does that look like? Maybe instead of sets and repetitions of 10, maybe you do 15, maybe you do 18, maybe you do more sets. Maybe instead of 3 sets, you do 4 or 5 sets. This is the time to really emphasize weight training. Know that you're going to hold on to more water in the second half of your period. Drink water. Drink your fucking water. It's not going to make you hold on to water. No, what water actually does is the natural diuretic. So the more water you drink, the more water you lose. Things like asparagus also really help with this. Little alcachofas help with this. And then stay away probably from alcohol. That's going to make you retain even more water. If you do really, really want to have alcohol, stick with clearer drinks, for example, vodka, for example, gin, instead of beers, because that's going to make you and basically crush your self-esteem. What can you do with your skin? If you're like me, my skin fucking just goes fucking nuts right before my period. I use this guy here. It's really good. This has saved my life, Biotherma. I use it with these guys in little pads. It's amazing for your skin. This has been passed on to me from Ingrid Riera. Thank you very much for that nugget of gold. It's a great thing for your skin. And then also for your skin in general, stay away from sugary foods and vegetables, fruits. It's very, very, very boring. So that's it. Why suffer? You don't have to suffer. There are things that you can do. Incidentally enough, balancing your blood sugar the second half of your period with the vegetables and with the protein and with the good fats and eggs are amazing, will also help you psychologically so you don't feel like slitting your wrists for about a week and you don't wake up in a mass depression for like 4 or 5 days out of your cycle every fucking month. Why not avoid that? For now, that's it.